All right, so we are back. How's everybody doing? It is the Logical Predictor, and today we are going to be reviewing Raw and NXT. So how about we jump straight right? How about we jump right into it? So Raw was Raw was okay, and we started off with Randy Orton returning. Something I even got the mustache. He's got the mustache. He's got the dad look and all. But Randy is back, and it is something to, consider thinking when we got Randy Orton and his best friend Riddle. Bro. It's just something to really consider that RK Bro will maybe in the future should take on AJ Styles and Amos for the Raw Tag Team Championships. And I love that Randy Orton is back. I was happy. I was excited. I was pumped. I was singing his theme song, you know. I have voices in my head, I was singing that, and it was just great. The one thing that kind of, like it was just a good segment, especially with Riddle coming out, and just talking about, like giving me a tag team again. And Randy's like, who are, not knowing who Riddle is. He's the bro, man. He's your bro. Sweet t shirts. You're even wearing one. But Randy is back. Randy's returned. But this segment in this Glow of Glory was just taken over by AJ Styles. AJ Styles kind of ruined the segment a little bit. He came out. He didn't even need to come out. But he came out anyway with Amos. And he started talking shit about Riddle. And Randy shut him up. Telling AJ that that his ego is so big, it's basically, just as big as Amos. And I was just happy when he kind of said that. And Randy knows how to cut a good promo, so he just knows how to go out there and just fucking do whatever. Okay, so it's just it's crazy as it is. So we're gonna get Randy Orton and AJ Styles for the main event. But next up, we had a backstage interview with Drew McIntyre or with Baron Corbin. We coming over to Raw. From I guess invitational, thing. You're like, what the fuck, man? Like, stop with that. Stop with that. Literally, if you're gonna have a brand split, you keep the superstars over on their brand, okay? Quit the fucking brand split. Oh, it's an invitational. I don't care if it's an invitational. Work out something, okay? I swear during this whenever the draft comes, fucking Corbin's going over to Raw. I'll tell you that right now. Corbin's likely going over to Raw. We're gonna get some superstars on SmackDown, so Paul Heyman and the backstage crew can fucking tweak a little bit, make a character out of them. Anyway, but Corbin was on SmackDown not because of because of the invitational, but also because Jinder, kind of was like, "Hey, if you go and you know, you're this, you're the hitman. You're going to go out and just destroy McIntyre. If you do that, there might be some cash in it for you." But what does Corbin have to lose? Corbin has nothing to lose, really. He just doesn't, other than whatever else he has. He said he lost his car. He's just his broke ass gimmick, man. It's so fucking good. He knows how to do it. But Drew McIntyre took on Baron Corbin, and Drew McIntyre defeated Baron Corbin with not $1,000, not $2,000, but $3,000. Claymore kick to the face. Drew McIntyre pulls the victory, and kind of sends a message to Jinder Mahal. What that was. Right. Anyway, we had a rematch from 2 weeks from I guess 3 weeks ago. My bad, I was gonna say 2. 3 weeks ago, after Jeff Hardy had unfortunately got sick during the weekend. He was actually supposed to have a match with Karrion Kross the second week after Karrion Kross lost to Hardy, but instead it got pushed back, so he had to take on Keith Lee. Karrion Kross won against Keith Lee, and the next week he took on Keith Lee again, and Keith Lee won. So now this week it's a rematch between Hardy and Karrion Kross, and Keith Lee was nowhere to be seen here. Keith Lee was nowhere to be seen. on the show. It just shows that Keith Lee had his win yesterday. So he coming back, he's had one, two. He's had it was 1 and 2 with win losses, but he's not in a major story or anything. Karrion Kross defeats Jeff Hardy anyway. Again, this is what should have happened on the when they returned to Raw. I feel like Karrion Kross versus Jeff Hardy should have happened, and Karrion Kross should have beat Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy already had the cool. I think I talked about this. Jeff Hardy already had the cool music and the whole fucking no more words. But Karrion Kross should have won this match because of course he was from NXT. He didn't really get the crowd didn't like him coming out. They didn't give him any applause. They didn't, the crowd wasn't into it, and Scarlett wasn't even there, so it even made it worse. So to get out of a situation like that, you might as well have the person who's not getting any reaction the win, opposed to Hardy. In this case, they did it here kind of perfectly. He put Karrion Kross put Hardy in the straight jacket submission, basically the sleeper hold. So the cross jacket, and that was it. Don't know what to tell you. Then we got more fucking shit. I was happy with Jeff Hardy coming back, but anyway, moving forward, we got more, like trash dumped on us after we saw Alexa Bliss and Dewdrop, or Piper Nivens, sorry, Piper Nivens and Alexa Bliss, and this was pretty much God. I know it was Alexa Bliss's birthday, but that still doesn't matter. Alexa Bliss literally put the doll up in the fucking corner and it winked. It winked. They literally took the time to fucking edit that and make the doll wink. Like, what the fuck? I didn't care about this match at all. I didn't even want to watch it. I was probably doing something else. I didn't want to watch, like, after this match, I did not want to watch Raw anymore. Actually, Ron, I kind of stayed. Yeah, after that match, I kind of didn't want to watch Raw anymore. But I did sit down and actually watch another match. Another match coming later. But Alexa Bliss defeated Dewdrop, and it was because it was her birthday, and it was actually also surprisingly, I can't believe they have the same birthday. Wade Barrett's birthday. So happy birthday to both of them. Late, I know I'm very late, but again, I loved Alexa Bliss back when she was, the Twisted Bliss, but this whole Wyatt gimmick needs to end. Wyatt needs to, Wyatt should have full possession of that character. Alexa Bliss should not have it in the WWE today. But what are you gonna do? You can't really get her out of that situation unless you fucking injury prone her and you just take her off of TV. Sheamus then took on Ricochet, and yeah, the United States champion won against Ricochet. I don't know what the I didn't know what the hell why Ricochet was going back there. Where the hell is Humberto Carrillo? Nobody knows. Sheamus probably beat him up or something. But Ricochet came out and was still in the beef with fucking Sheamus. So Sheamus and Ricochet went head to head. So yeah, but backstage, Sheamus made sure that The Miz and John Morrison stayed as far away as possible from the United States champion after Sheamus looked to, win against Ricochet, which he did. And then following that, Damian Priest came out after Sheamus won. Damian Priest then had a match with John Morrison, and this match I stayed tuned into because I liked what went down. Damian Priest looked for another big victory against John Morrison, the America's Most Wanted. Just I guess the water wasn't really I guess it wasn't drippy enough. That was probably a bad joke. Anyway, Damian Priest ended Mr. Morrison with the Reckoning. And this already, before his move was hit the lights, now it's the Reckoning. It's like, man, that just means that Mia Yim is not Reckoning anymore. There's no Reckoning. So, yeah. But then they took it a step further. I love the John Morrison and Damian Priest match. It was fucking great. But then Damian Priest took it further. I knew this was coming. Damian Priest challenged Sheamus at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. And I am I'm pretty excited for this match. I feel like Damian Priest probably will win the United States Championship from Sheamus. It'd be actually cool to see him win it, So it's likely that Damian Priest will just, take the championship at SummerSlam, and he gets to hold the championship in WWE. Sheamus has held the United States Championship before, way, way back then. But this Sheamus is, he's just a brawl. He's a brawler, basically, in a sense. That's how they depicted him to be. So the championship match for the United States Championship match between Sheamus and Damian Priest will be happening at SummerSlam. I kind of already asked my mom. I kind of already made my mom do some predictions because I felt like, with the amount of matches that there are about 7, and there's probably more to come. So yeah, I made her do it a little bit early, so I do have the predictions set, and I will have them ready next week when WWE is set to do all of them. And I also have predictions for Takeover at 36, and I think it will be a great one. And I will actually talk about it next week right here on the Raw and NXT reviews. So that will be actually great to talk about. But then we just got more. It just felt dry. I felt like this next match was dry. T-Bar went up against Mustafa Ali after losing last week in their tag team match. It was Mason T-Bar versus Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. And this week, T-Bar defeats Mustafa Ali. So I know, like I said this before, I feel like Mustafa Ali should be a manager for Mansoor and push him. But this little, like, I guess, kind of tag team group, I mean, it's all right, you know, but like, what are we gonna get out of it, really? People like Mansoor, but people want to also fall on Ali, you know. So I think it will be a pretty good standard match. I think that this match will be freaking good. Or I felt like this match would be good. Unfortunately, it's not. But again, I feel like the team alone will, it will be kind of strong. I don't know how long it will last. I don't know what WWE's creative thinks. They'll probably get ready to set some more releases, and Mason T-Bar might just be that release. I feel like, yeah, we might not see him again. Anyway, moving on. Goldberg was not on the show, was not, but MVP really kind of destroyed Goldberg, here. Bobby Lashley proclaimed that Goldberg is, quote, done at SummerSlam. MVP, clarified that he did not intend any, ill will towards Goldberg's son Gage, who has grown up way too fast, towards during their confrontation last week that leads to a massive, huge spear to MVP from the Hall of Famer. Bobby Lashley was very clear about his message to Gage, but he was going to be very clear if he got to say it. But claiming that he should not watch what happens to his father, courtesy of the Almighty, at SummerSlam for the title. So Bobby Lashley just doesn't want Goldberg's son to watch as Goldberg will be defeated at the hands of the Almighty. So yeah. I did like that segment though. I did like that promo. That was great. The Raw Women's Champion, Nikki Ash, Nikki ASH, or Nikki Hero, versus Rhea Ripley. And obviously it's 50-50 booking, so they have to do Rhea Ripley. They had to do Rhea versus Nikki because they already did Nikki versus Charlotte. So Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley, it ended in a no contest because it's predictable. This was so predictable. Charlotte Flair was going to come in regardless of how you thought of it. She was going to come in and she ruined the whole fucking thing. Yep. She just ruined it. Fucking ruined it. She really ruined it. She ruined that match, and it sucks. Sucks to say that, but she literally fucking ruined that match. Had she not ruined that match, it would have been a great match. Honestly, like it's the same thing that should happen. Charlotte versus Nikki. Charlotte won. Then next week they had a no holds bar match, for the Raw Women's Championship, and it was Nikki coming out with a victory. Rhea Ripley didn't get involved at all. Then we get to this week, and you got fucking Rhea Ripley getting fucked over. For real, she literally got fucked over. Charlotte came in and fucking just booted her or just like footed her in the face. Did the same to Nikki as well. This is not okay. Next week, Nikki and Rhea should have a match. Now, I think Mr. Bald-headed Adam Pearce and fucking Sonya Deville should make it where if Charlotte gets involved whatsoever, she is losing her opportunity for the Raw Women's Championship, and it will be Nikki versus Rhea. Make that happen, Adam Pearce, really, because this is bullshit. You shouldn't have Charlotte come in and do this. But this was such a fucking predictable outcome. If I sat there and enjoyed the match, I would probably say, where's Charlotte? Charlotte's gonna come out and ruin it. Yep, she fucking did. So yeah, Adam Pearce, make the match again, make it a rematch. Rhea, Nikki, one more time before their match at SummerSlam. And if Charlotte gets involved, she's out of the match. Even in this whole buildup, I mean, it would suck to say that, she'd be out of the match, but stop having her come in. Let there be a winner. Show the same respect. Why did you have to have Charlotte come in? There was no need for it. No need for it. And I'll be vocal about that. No need for Charlotte to come in and ruin that match. Hell, it would have been better to have Rhea Ripley win the match and then have Charlotte come in, like after the match, has ended. That would make sense. So next week, Nikki Ash gets the victory ahead of her Raw Women's title match, or Rhea Ripley does. But nowhere should Charlotte be. Charlotte should not be there. Randy Orton took on AJ Styles for the main event. And Randy Orton came back with a purpose, and this was great. But he wanted to reestablish his dominance as a solo competitor by putting RK Bro behind him. I really love RK Bro so much. It's the biggest focus point on Raw. It's just, it works. So what happens is that Randy Orton successfully defeats Styles. And Styles got distracted actually. And what happened is it led Randy to hit a phenomenal RKO for the victory. But following this, Randy Orton, the audience thought that Randy Orton and the bro, Riddle, were actually going to be RK Bro. That's what we thought. Randy Orton is a snake slithering in the grass, and Randy is going to strike. And he will strike at any moment. There's any point in time Randy could strike, in which he did. They had a heartwarming hug, but Riddle should have known better. And they dropped him, but Randy dropped him with an RKO. And towards the end of the show, you could even see on Riddle's face, Riddle was kind of smiling. I don't know why Riddle was smiling there, but it kind of adds to the whole bro and Randy Orton thing. Kind of adds the smile on the ground laying, and then him just anybody watching, anybody see his face. That was kind of it was just man, what? You're actually gonna smile after I hit you with an RKO? It just follows in with the RK Bro, and I told you guys it's gonna happen. Just give it some time. The bro will the bro will come back. He won't take it seriously. He'll just be like, "Oh, Randy, you're just playing, man. I'm not gonna hate you for that RKO you did, But we need a Raw Tag Team title match. So next week on Raw, it needs to be cleared. It needs to be set up. I think that Amos and AJ should really go ham on Riddle after getting RKO'd. They should just go ham. Then you hear Randy Orton's voice. He comes in. They obviously Randy attacks. They or he attacks AJ Styles. Styles gets thrown out, and then they both team up on Amos, and they hit instead of one RKO when they tried to do it last week. One RKO didn't work. Riddle tried doing it, didn't work. They hit a double RKO together, meaning that at SummerSlam, it will be RK Bro taking on AJ Styles and Amos. And RK Bro will win. I think that this will be a fucking great match. Think about it. You have Amos and AJ. AJ a legend, Amos just a tall guy. And then he's the same thing. Randy the legend, bro, the the bro. So, man, I love this. I love Raw, but there was some bad. There was some bad, but overall, it was good. If I could take out all the bad and only watch the good parts, I would. I would love to keep Randy Orton and AJ Styles in. Take the Raw Women's Championship out. Keep Bobby Lashley's proclaimed. Take out T-Bar and Mustafa Ali. Keep Morrison and Priest. Keep Ricochet and Sheamus. Remove Alexa Bliss and Doudrop. Remove Karrion Kross and Jeff Hardy. Or actually, keep Jeff Hardy and Karrion Kross. Remove Drew McIntyre and Corbin. I thought that was bad. Bad start. But keep also the promo segment with Randy. Anyway, that's it for Raw. I hope to see what happens next week. I'm invested in Randy and the Bro and the tag team titles. I'm also invested with Bobby Lashley. And I'm sort of invested with, I don't know. I don't know what other program, what other little thing here. Oh, Sheamus and Damian Priest. I'm invested in that too. So, that was Raw. Hope you guys liked the review on that. So before we go on to NXT right now, please, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you'll never miss a single stream of wrestling content when I give it to you. So, NXT. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole will meet face to face. Raquel Gonzalez is supposed to address Dakota Kai. NXT Breakout Tournament continues, and more. So we kick off the show with a little scene of the primary target, which is Joe and Cross. I can't wait for their match at NXT Takeover 36. It's going to be great. But Ember Moon was supposed to face Saray. Unfortunately, it was told in the start of the show, Ember Moon is not able to compete. She's deemed unable to compete from the medical staff. So Dakota Kai stepped in after William Regal made the fill-in. So Dakota Kai faced Saray, and Dakota Kai defeated Saray with kind of what Sami Zayn would call a haluva kick. But obviously, we all know what the Dakota kick is. You guys know how the Dakota kick works. So Dakota Kai we're going to give you a new move, and it's going to be called the Dakota kick. The Dakota kick. Yeah, the Dakota kick. Haluva kick, the Dakota kick. I don't know. After this, Raquel Gonzalez was actually, during the matches, towards the end of the match, Miss Raquel Gonzalez started walking towards the building. Raquel Gonzalez actually came into the building as the match was over, with Dakota Kai winning. Dakota Kai left the ring as a little bitch, she kind of is. And then you got Raquel Gonzalez, promising to end Dakota Kai at TakeOver 36. It will be amazing to see these two fight. We've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it personally. And here's the thing. The story, we all think, the story is, and I always say, I kind of think it's more of the Diesel and the Shawn Michaels story. And it kind of is. But the story actually, going back in their history, is actually this. When coming into the WWE, Raquel Gonzalez was nothing. She was she was big, she was strong, but she was nothing, She was just absolutely nothing. Until Dakota Kai put trust in her. Dakota Kai was in a match, and Raquel Gonzalez helped her out one time. That's when they formed a friendship. Dakota Kai built up Raquel Gonzalez to be this strong, person. But the moment came when Dakota Kai knew that this was going to go down. Io Shirai was champion at the time. Io Shirai did not pick Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai wanted that title match, but Io Shirai decided to go with Raquel Gonzalez of how big, powerful, and threatening she could be. and it was a challenge for Io, and I thought that Io picked her because of that reason. Dakota Kai, at that moment, boom, she knew that Dakota Kai knew she was not going to become NXT Women's Champion. So Raquel Gonzalez beat Io Shirai. Io Shirai then had to go into a feud with Candice LeRae. Raquel Gonzalez became champion and dominated every single woman on NXT until it came down to Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai kicked her in the face. And it was supposed to be Dakota Kai standing there, not Raquel, it was not supposed to be Raquel, it was supposed to be Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. But, hey man, they did that. And Dakota Kai even left the ring too, to get out of their moment. It was like one of those things, just get out of here, man. This is our moment. So I understand Dakota Kai's, I understand it. But Raquel Gonzalez is strong. She's built, and I feel like she can handle herself now. We then got some backstage with LA Knight and Cameron Grimes, and oh my god, I just love Cameron Grimes. It's always just one of the biggest things I love. But we had LA Knight take on Andre Chase, and it was a good match. It actually was all right. But towards the end, it got even better. It got better and interesting. The $1 Million Man, money, 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 money. Yeah, Ted DiBiase came out. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Ted DiBiase came out, and he wanted to raise the stakes for TakeOver 36. LA Knight has beaten Cameron Grimes twice, in a ladder match and in a normal match where if Grimes lost, he'd become a butler, So, Cameron Grimes was, Tiva DiBiase came out and just, he brought the fireworks. He really did. He told Grimes that Grimes, this isn't you. You're not supposed to, this has been going on for too much. I know you want to, you're a man of your word, you promise, but you can be anything you want to be. I guess that's supposed to justify how, I guess that's how to justify, him losing, I guess. But it was actually turned around when Cameron Grimes, just told him, no, don't do this, man. Don't do this. Please, please, just let it be, But no, we can't let it. That's something you can't just let that go. So Ted DiBiase decided, you know what, LA Knight, you better shut your mouth. You better shut your mouth. I got something to say. You should defend your title against Cameron Grimes one more time. And Cameron Grimes, and LA Knight was kind of cocky. He was like, man, I've already defeated this man twice. What's the point of this anyway? But you know what? I am the $1 Million Man. I want to prove myself. So you know what? Cameron Grimes, you'll get one more shot at this. But if you lose, Ted, you are going to become my new butler. And you know what? Ted DiBiase's a gambling man. Cameron Grimes didn't want to, but you know what? It's going to happen. Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight for the $1 Million Championship. If LA Knight wins, if Grimes loses, DiBiase will be forced to become Knight's new butler. Now, of course, Cameron Grimes won't be the butler anymore, but still, I think it's this time. We needed, obviously, now I know why LA Knight had to win all these other matches to just make Cameron Grimes look like a goofball. But this is the last time Cameron Grimes is winning the title, and I will be celebrating. I can't wait to hear his theme song come back. Let me tell you about a story about a man named Grimes. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see him with the title. He's gonna be looking fly. I'm gonna take it to the moon. We then got a women's match. This was kind of, I guess, prove yourself, in this case. But it was Gigi Dolan taking on Amari Miller. And my God, this match was actually pretty cool. And I'm going to tell you about the finishing move she used. So you guys know a abdominal stretch or a muffler stretch. You guys know how, it's kind of like Pete Dunne before when he, basically what happens is that what you do is you basically, I'll get up and try to demonstrate it with yeah, I know it's pretty hard. So what you do is basically you take you actually kind of um put your like leg in. You have their arm here. You do this, it's supposed to like do that, put your leg over, or put some power and bend down a little bit, right? Well, this chick literally freaking decided to like throw her back and do like a freaking whole flip over, have her backland, muffler, and then muffler flip. So it looked pretty fucking sick. I was like, what the fuck? You can actually turn the muffler into. I was like, what the fuck? Besides that, this match was good, especially the ending of it. The finishing move was perfect. Moi. I loved it. Shout out to Gigi Dolan. And actually on Twitter, Mandy Rose actually shouted out Gigi Dolan and JC Jane for this. So yeah, William Regal set the stages for an undisputed finale. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole have been feuding for a while. Kyle O'Reilly won in an unsanctioned match at Stand and Deliver. Then Adam Cole won back at NXT Great American Bash. But now this is NXT TakeOver 36, and it's going to be a 3 Stages of Hell match. If you guys don't know what that is a match where there will be 3 stages, and each stage will have a stipulation to them, and it will be basically a 2 out of falls type shit. But in this case, it is a 2 out of 3 false with stipulations added. So in a sense, it is technically called a 3 Stages of Hell match. I don't know why they called it a 2 out of 3 false with stipulations. That makes no sense. It should be 3 Stages of Hell. The hells are the stipulations within the stages. So the first stage, Kyle O'Reilly got to choose, and Kyle O'Reilly decided, you know what, he's on a different path. He doesn't want to feud with Adam Cole anymore. He doesn't care, and he actually repeated. He had to repeat himself because he kind of almost stuttered on his lines, you know. And I think Kyle O'Reilly might need some promo work, especially after that whole little shit there. So Kyle O'Reilly selected a standard match for the first stage. And I was surprised about this. I was like, wait, you want the first match to be a fucking just one-on-one, just singles, like pinfall submission? What? It makes no sense. What? What the hell is that? But it kind of now makes sense if you think about it. Think about back to their unsanctioned match. That unsanctioned match was kind of like a street fight. No wonder that's why Adam Cole chose a street fight. And he's been in a street fight with quote actually Velveteen Dream. Yeah, I try not to say his name here because, of course, he's not in WWE anymore, and there's some controversy between them. But anyway, um, Kyle O'Reilly selected a standard match, pinfall or submissions only, and basically Adam. And I feel like this will be a full turnaround with all this. If you guys don't remember, uh, in the first match, it was an unsanctioned match at Stand and Deliver, and Kyle O'Reilly won. Then it was a singles match back at Great American Bash, and Adam Cole won. Now it's this time, and they're going to combine all of that together. So here's my guess at this. Kyle O'Reilly picks the singles match. Adam Cole goes with the street fight, and you get if necessary, if there needs to be a third stage of hell, there will be a steel cage from Mr. William Regal, to which he picked. If it's necessary. It's only if it's necessary, but I think it's going to be, because I think that Adam Cole will win the street fight. Kyle O'Reilly will definitely win the standard match. And in the steel cage match, I'm going to take a risk here. I think Kyle O'Reilly has already proven himself, very well. I think that Kyle O'Reilly is already, he's already out of his way, and he should go on to do something else. I think he should be where Kushida and Roderick Strong are. That'd be pretty great setup. Adam Cole needs to stay in the main event. Therefore, I think in this sense, Adam Cole should win this match, and that will be my prediction. And when we get to next week, I will explain I will get to my predictions. But this will be the legitimate prediction right now. Adam Cole will win against Kyle O'Reilly, and I feel as if it's needed because, again, we don't know what's going to happen with Adam Cole. So it is best for Adam Cole to win this undisputed finale. It's best for Adam Cole to win this all. And it's because we don't know what's next for Adam Cole, and he's a top star in NXT. But Vince McMahon has said that he would like to put him on the main roster. So there's a possibility. So Kyle O'Reilly should win at least one match, and that is the standard match. Adam Cole wins the street fight. Adam Cole then wins the steel cage match. I think that's how it should end. Next, we got Odyssey Jones and Trey Baxter in their breakout semifinals. And I'm an Odyssey Jones fan, guys. Odyssey Jones defeated Trey Baxter, and shout out to both men. They're both fucking great. I love the high flying, and I do love the strength and power from Odyssey Jones. This is a great match. I can't wait for next week when we see Carmelo Hayes and some other guy. I forget his name. God damn, I have to look. But moving on, it was a great match. We got Boa taking on Drake Maverick, and Boa kind of defeated Drake Maverick. I don't know what's next. I don't know what they're doing with Drake Maverick, but Boa kind of really roundhouse kick, freaking roadhouse type kick, freaking Drake Maverick after Maverick was blinded by the mist. So yeah, and I guess they're trying to build Boa up after Xia Li got concussion. So I don't know. But then you had one fucking great, brutal NXT main event. It was Ilja Dragunov and Pete Dunne. I hope I didn't botch the name of Ilja Dragunov. I think I'm saying it right. I'm saying it pretty fast because, it's there. But this match was just so fucking great, man. It was so great. I loved it. I fucking loved it. Ilja Dragunov is fucking awesome, man. He's fucking hitting him with like the running Moscow, I think it's called, right? But Pete Dunne won this match after Walter kind of distracted him, and Pete Dunne got the leverage. He hit the bitter end, 1, 2, 3. Walter actually kind of stared straight at kind of Ilya Dragunov, but also kind of looked at Pete Dunne. Remember, Pete Dunne and Walter do have history. Pete Dunne was the former, was originally the baddest, man there, holding the NXT, or the NXT UK Championship until Walter came by and just fucking annihilated him. So they do have history. But since they were both bad, they kind of respect each other in a sense. But Ilya Dragunov did get back to his feet, and he hit fucking Walter after Walter was going to go for like a power bomb. He hit him with the running Moscow, and it was actually really cool. I fucking loved it. This was a great ending, and I can't wait for their match at NXT TakeOver 36 for the NXT Championship. It's going to be fucking great. I cannot wait. Walter's been pretty dominant, so I don't know. Ilya Dragunov, this doesn't have a really good look for him. But I think Ilya Dragunov and Walter might need to, I don't know. We need something. But also the champion kind of needs momentum. For Thursday. That's good. But we got, that brings us actually to the end of NXT. But guys, we're not done here yet. Two things we got to talk about before we, move on. But that was NXT review and Raw review. Hope you guys liked it. There is some sad news regarding Kelly Kelly. And I'm sending my condolences to both her and her husband. So you guys did not hear the news about Kelly Kelly. Unfortunately, Kelly Kelly and her husband were going to, we're going to have a baby. Kelly Kelly was announced pregnant. Unfortunately, Kelly Kelly had a miscarriage. This is very sad. I send my prayers and condolences to Kelly Kelly and her family and, her husband as well. Very sad news. I'm sad to hear that, just losing a child. It's just very heartbreaking. And I just hope, I hope everything is, hope everything gets better. Hope I hope there's some, like, I don't know. I'm speechless. Speechless to say. I'm very sorry to hear Kelly Kelly. Thoughts, condolences, prayers out to you and your family. I also have to talk about something that you guys probably have heard of around places on social media or so, and that is Is NXT actually dead? With the current releases that occurred, with 13 releases of superstars such as Bronson Reed, Bobby Fish, Mercedes Martinez, Jake Atlas, a bunch of names there. Is NXT dead? Is NXT actually dead? In a sense, yes, it is. How is NXT dead? When did NXT die? In my eyes, I believe that NXT died during COVID, and I will explain. In 2019, it was so fucking great. I started to get into it. I was starting to watch fucking the War Games. I was gonna, was gonna start watching all the other pay-per-views that they had there. Then they hit 2020. They had, the War Games 2020, and I loved it. It was so fucking great. It was good, awesome. But in 2020, COVID hit. It sucked. Finn Balor had to take over for Karrion Kross as champion because Karrion Kross was out with injury. He came back, took the title back from Finn Balor, and fucking held the champion since. Held the championship since. Again, when I thought it died is when COVID started. It was when Triple H tried threw all of his ideas, at the wall and hoped it sticked. And some of them did. But it kept slipping from the wall. And unfortunately, it couldn't match to what AEW had, going on there with the whole Pinnacle and the fucking Inner Circle and all that. So Triple H it wasn't Triple H's, it kind of was actually Triple H's fault because when Triple H threw everything he could to try to compete with the, Wednesday Night War, when also saying, kind of like I think in an interview that there was no war, there was no beef, there was no nothing, but there actually was. He would say that just to deny, like, oh, there wasn't, and to further prove this, he literally wanted to make sure that there was no Wednesday night beef. So what did he do? They decided to move it over to Wednesday. So there's no way people can say, oh, there's Wednesday night beef because, NXT is on Tuesday, not Wednesday now. So, but again, during 2020, we're talking about during 2020, not now, 2020, Triple H threw everything he could at the wall to see if it sticks. Some of them did, but then it started slipping. AEW was dead when Triple H started, AEW kind of killed WWE or killed NXT when Triple H started to try to throw everything he could to compete with NXT or with AEW to try to not, in order to, I guess, secure dominance. But NXT originally was not supposed to be a competing, brand for AEW. It was actually supposed to be, you see the type of shit you see on Raw, you see on SmackDown. That's the type of shit we want to do on NXT. But tie it in with some stories and some championships and some greatness and to see who will become the next big top star to go to the main roster. So, and that puts the cherry on top when we talk about Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed was supposed to get the call up. That's why he lost the North American Championship. He then lost to Adam Cole, who was actually a big star in NXT. And then he gets released. They should have put him on Raw. I think, respectively, Raw would have been a great place for Bronson Reed. But no, they got rid of him right before they could. And Bobby Fish. I could tell Bobby Fish was going to get released, and it wasn't because of kind of appearance, actually. He had, like, I have a good stomach, but he has he looked like during his time, an injury kind of gained some weight. He wasn't the skinny guy, he was back then. He had to, work hard and train harder, but unfortunately, he didn't want to go hard, so he decided to go home. But NXT died when Triple H decided to try to compete with AEW. I thought in 2020 during COVID. And COVID kind of derailed them. COVID did derail triple derailed NXT. It did. It really did. So yes, NXT is actually dead in a sense. As long as they can build up the momentum and make some changes to not try to compete with AEW, then that's perfectly fine. Just don't compete. Stop competing against other companies. Do your thing. No matter how many people think of your content. Keep doing it. At least somebody will watch. Come on, somebody will watch. Trust me. That's gonna happen. But that was Raw NXT reviews. That's what I had for the news. Randy Orton's back. I'm happy. I'm excited. I can't wait for what's gonna happen next week. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this. WWE Theories video will be out, or live will be out tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. I don't know who I'm gonna be talking about, but I think from Raw, I think it's safe to say we talk about Keith Lee. For NXT, Mandy Rose. And for SmackDown, fuck it. Let's talk about the king himself, Shinsuke Nakamura. La! Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like this. Don't forget, again, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, and turn on those post notifications so you'll never miss a stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. It's been fun.